Look, I just want to start by validating something we all know, right? Applying for an hourly job right now, it can be incredibly frustrating. You spend all this time filling out forms, formatting your history, hitting submit, only to feel like you're standing in a massive canyon just shouting into the void. You're doing everything right, but nothing is coming back. And then comes the worst part. You tap into that visceral pain of hitting submit, maybe doing a little hopeful fist pump, only to get this exact cold robotic auto-rejection email literally minutes later. We've decided to move forward with other candidates. Ouch. The really harsh reality here is that a human being didn't even read your application. You were screened out by a machine. But in this explainer, we're going to learn exactly how to beat that machine. But real quick, before we go any further, make sure you tap that link in the description and grab the free cheat sheet to help you get hired as quickly as possible. And while you are there, please like and subscribe. It helps send the message out and benefit your friends and family and others to get hired. Okay, so let's dive right into this insider playbook with reason number 1, the availability trap. Massive companies like Walmart, they don't just have a hiring manager glancing at papers anymore. They have a highly tuned algorithm scanning thousands of applications. So think back to when you filled out your application. What did you put down for your scheduling availability? If you put Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, I gently have to break the news to you. You just told a 24-hour retail operation that you're only available when most of their managers are sitting in the back doing paperwork. Doing that, it gets your application quietly moved right to the bottom of the digital pile. Understanding what the algorithm actually wants is the absolute key here. It is scanning for these exact peak demand windows. We're talking evenings from 4 p.m. to close, weekends like Saturday and Sunday, early mornings from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. when the overnight freight crew is wrapping up, and of course holidays like Black Friday. These are the exact times the system is desperate for bodies on the floor. So your application's availability literally needs to match their desperation. So here's the availability hack. Step 1. Log back into your profile today. Step 2, select Open Availability if it is humanly possible for you. And Step 3, if you can't be totally open, at a bare minimum, you need to open up evenings, weekends, or those early mornings. And let me reassure you on this. Doing this doesn't mean you're necessarily going to work every single one of those shifts. But appearing highly flexible, that makes you look incredibly valuable to the algorithm. You instantly get flagged as a yes. All right, let's move right along to reason number 2, the personality assessment filter. Now, I need to warn you right off the bat. These tests are absolutely not about measuring your soul or discovering your true inner self. It's a highly engineered filter specifically designed to thin the applicant herd as fast as possible. You've seen questions like the one on the screen, right? Did you answer honestly? Maybe you put neutral or it depends because, hey, life is nuanced. Sometimes rules contradict each other. Well, this brilliantly illustrates the trap. Taking the honest but kind of naive approach and answering neutral or it depends is a massive yellow flag to the algorithm. Choosing strongly agree is the green light. Let me reveal the real secret here. The system just wants an unwavering rule follower. Neutral or lone wolf answers send you straight to the reject bin before a human ever even knows you exist. So the absolutely crucial point here is understanding the ideal employee profile. They want customer focus, helping even when it's inconvenient, team orientation, unwavering respect for rules, strict reliability, and positivity under pressure. Now listen, I am not advising you to lie, but I am absolutely advising you to read every single assessment question through the lens of this specific profile. If you share these traits, lean heavily towards strongly agree. Stop underselling yourself by trying to be too nuanced for a robot. Let's keep it moving to reason number 3, work history red flags. Remember, the machine is analyzing your past to predict your future. If your resume shows frequent job hopping, a few months here, a few months there, the system automatically assumes you're going to cost them training money and just bail before your first annual review. So ask yourself this, when you filled out the application, did you leave any fields blank or have unexplained employment gaps? Leaving a reason for leaving field blank is an instant automated red flag. Why? Because the system craves data. When you starve it of data, it rejects you just to be safe. So we really need a quick cleanup routine to make your history algorithm friendly. First up, fill in every single field, literally no blanks. Second, frame your job changes positively. Don't say you quit because of a bad boss, say you sought a better opportunity. Third, if you have gaps, include unpaid experience. Things like volunteering or caregiving, it shows you were still productive. And finally, if you have long job tenures, put those front and center. Stability is absolute gold to this system. Now, reason number 4 is a huge one: missing the keywords. You've got to remember, the system isn't looking at you as a human being with a dynamic, incredible set of life skills. It is literally just trying to match you to a specific job profile using a predetermined set of keywords. So, did you use generic phrases on your application? Things like good with people or hard worker? Look, if you apply for a cashier position, but your work history only talks about moving boxes in a warehouse, the automated system simply will not see the connection. It completely lacks the imagination to bridge that gap. Generic phrases like good with people just get skipped right over by the machine. But a keyword matched version, something like assisted customers and processed transactions, that changes everything. Tweaking your language to mirror the actual job listing gives the system the exact vocabulary it needs to match you to the role. It's literally like handing the algorithm the exact key to open your door. Let's lock in this keyword strategy. Read the specific job listing very carefully before you apply. Then mirror their exact language for duties and qualifications in your own resume. Frame your past experience so it directly answers their current needs. You're not faking experience here, you're just framing it correctly. And here is a massive pro tip. Apply for multiple positions at the same store at once. If your keywords don't trigger the cashier role, they might just trigger the stalker role and get you in the building. Finally, we've arrived at reason number 5, the follow-up timeline. So many people just hit submit and wait patiently, but applications that sit too long simply age out. They literally die in the automated system. Waiting quietly is unfortunately a losing strategy when you're competing with hundreds of people. But on the flip side, have you been calling the store 14 times a week asking to speak to the manager? Let me joke with you for a second, but I'm being dead serious. Being too pushy is the absolute fastest way to get permanently blacklisted. You need a strategic, highly precise follow-up plan. Grab your phone right now and take a screenshot of this timeline. This is the perfect follow-up strategy. Days 1 to 3, do nothing. Just let the application process through the digital maze. Days 4 to 7, visit in person during a low traffic time, like mid-morning. Dress neatly, introduce yourself. Putting a physical face to an application name is an incredibly powerful circuit breaker to the automated system. And then, days 10 to 14, if you haven't heard back, make one polite phone call to the actual local store, not the corporate 1-800 number, the actual store. Okay, time for your winning reapplication plan. We've diagnosed all the problems, so now let's bring all these insider secrets together into a concrete game plan. It is time to go back in there and win. Step 1, maximize that scheduling availability to hit their peak demand windows. Step 2, answer that personality assessment through the lens of their ideal rule-following team player. Step 3, clean up your work history, leaving 0 blanks and framing everything positively. Step 4, match their job listing keywords exactly. And Step 5, execute the physical follow-up in person on day 4. You now hold the rule book that the other team was trying to hide from you. I really want to leave you with this final thought. It is not always about being the most qualified person in the stack. It is entirely about understanding the system. The people who get hired out there, they just play it smart. They use the exact right keywords, they show up, and they absolutely refuse to give up after one automated rejection. So my question to you is, what is the very first thing you are going to change on your application today? But real quick, before we go any further, make sure you tap that link in the description and grab the free cheat sheet to help you get hired as quickly as possible. And while you are there, please like and subscribe. It helps send the message out and benefit your friends and family and others to get hired.